Hello everyone, this is Christine Harris, and I'm here to kind of congratulate myself for accomplishing a goal that I set for myself yesterday. My goal was, in a lot of the YouTube videos that I see, someone will say I used up the whole book of paper, or I used every scrap, or I'm trying to get rid of scraps, or things like that. And so yesterday I decided, first of all, that I wanted to make a flip book. And so I started looking through my papers, and I knew the flip book wasn't going to be that large. So I was looking through my 6x6s and came across with this Enchanted Forrest from Graphic 45 in an 8x8. And so these are double, and they were all double-sided papers and stuff. So it was a brand new package. It still had the tape on it. I hadn't even opened it or gotten ready to use it or anything. And voila, I used the whole package. I have nothing left. So I was so tickled with myself and so pleased with the ability to do that. So I'll show you some of the things that I made. First of all, I made a flip book. Now there's the front and there's the back. In the back I stamped that I made it. It's tied with some twine. When I first made it, I wasn't going to put twine on it. I put a magnet on the tab, and I put a magnet over here on this side to hold it all together, and I was happy with that. The magnets were going to do it. Well, I got a little carried away maybe with my embellishing, and the magnets don't do it. So there's the twine, and right now it's holding, but once you work with it for a little bit, it probably won't. So we'll do this back side first. What I did was I took a piece of the polka dot, red polka dot, and a strip from the page of borders and stuff of stamps, and I just glued it on each side, and that's where I put the magnet, was underneath this one side of those. I put another piece of the trim along the bottom here, and some another strip of the stamps raised on some foam squares, and inside the band here I put 2 tags, or photo mats, whatever you want them to be. They're all backed with the craft paper so that you can put up to 2 photos on each one if you choose to. And then on this other side, I did kind of the same thing, only different colored paper. It's got the strip down here, the strip here with the magnet under it here, and the 2 tags, and the strip here of postage stamps that are raised up. The purpose of raising these up was to kind of help hold these tags in there so they didn't fall out the bottom. So that's the back side of the album. On the front here, I put a strip of from the border page, and then I put buttons that I tied some brown and white twill through, and then I put a piece of the brown and white twill down this edge here. The magnet is in here, and it is in here Um, but like I said, once I got the book filled up, it's not going to hold it anymore. On the front page, about the only thing I did was outline the circle here with some glitter glue. And then on this page we have a pocket down here that was one of the tags in the paper line that I put on a piece of the designer paper and then a piece of the craft paper, so it's matted 3 times. And behind that I made 2 more small tags from the paper. Over here we have the same thing down here, the pocket that's matted 3 times and 1 tag, and then a little arrangement of flowers up here at the top. And then we have another pocket here with tags in it and a pocket here with a tag in it. Now each one of these pages is made from a craft envelope. So each one of them has a tag inside of it, or a photo page inside of it. And it's 2-sided. With the craft paper in between. So there's a page in there, there's a page in here, there's a page in here, and there's a page in here. So that was my flip book that I made. And then I made 3 pockets with a tag in them, so that you can take and put this in any album that you wanted to. I cut the trim at the top, and I cut the trim right here at the top of the pocket. On here I also put a homemade flower from the lime. I just on the twine there, I put a couple of beads, and this has got 2 strips from the border strip. 3 strips. It's got 3 strips of the paper from the borders. And all you have to do is put adhesive on the back and put it on a page in a mini album or whatever, and it's all ready to go. Here's the second one that I made with the tag. On this one I put a couple of butterflies that I punched out of the paper, one standing up here and one flatter down here. And on this one, there's the pocket and the tag, and all I did was put 3 of the postage stamps across there. On the tag, I put the little sayings here. This one says, my knight in shining armor, with bling at each end, and a store-bought flower there. So those are the 3 pockets that I made using the same pad of paper. Then I made a regular size tag, which I embellished with some store-bought flowers, a butterfly, and I used some of the twine to make a trail, And then I punched a 2-inch circle here and a little piece of the border, one of these little corners here, which were on the cover page of the flip book, half of a butterfly, and when I put it in there, I just put it in halfway and punched it, so I just got like a half of a butterfly, and then the postage stamp. And then down here I cut 2 of the little seals of armor out and bumped them up down here. Then I took and I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more tags, small tags. This has got this spiky plastic on it, and the 2-inch punch with a ruffled edge and a banner that is going across this way. This one has 2 of the postage stamp cutouts with some netting and some ribbon over here. This one has got some washi tape, the 2 postage stamps that are layered, and the smaller little postage stamps that came with the paper line, and a couple of blings up here. This one I cut a banner. I cut just a little strip of craft paper and put a postage stamp on it and raised it up, and then a little flower down there in the corner. And on this one I put 2 butterflies that I cut out from the paper line with a little bling for their heads. Then I made a couple of these, I don't know what you call them, embellishments I guess, where I made 3 banners. The circle with the curved edge, a postage stamp piece, and a flower. And then this one, again, I made the 3 banners. On here, the pieces that I cut out from the bottom here, I put them here. And then it just has a piece of the one of the border strips up here. This one is the circle with the scalloped edge, a arrow, a little piece of the border trim, and a postage stamp. This one I made into a paper clip, or put on a paper clip. It's just a flag with a flower, a postage stamp, a little piece of fern on the side, and this last one, I just got a little creative with the way I folded the paper and put some edgings and trims on it and some bling. Then, with what I had left, which was just little 1-inch strips or 2-inch strips, whatever was left, I cut a whole bunch of the small butterflies. I cut a whole bunch of those. I cut a whole bunch of the petals for the flowers, and I've got a whole bunch of those. I cut a bunch of the little leaf stem ferns, whatever they are. I only got 1 more scallop circle. I got a half a dozen of the postage stamps. a couple borders and a couple of pieces, and then a few little strips of the borders still. And that was the complete box, or complete package, of the Enchanted Forest 8x8 paper. And I am really pleased with what I did. I can actually say I emptied the package and I created a whole lot of beautiful little embellishments, plus a little flip book. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed what I did. Maybe it gave you a few ideas on how to do things that maybe you've been wondering about. I know watching videos has really helped me in the last week or two. So have fun, enjoy crafting, and we will see you again soon.